India and Canada, two vibrant democracies with shared Commonwealth history, find themselves at a diplomatic impasse. The relationship between these two nations has always been multifaceted, marked by cooperation in various fields such as trade, education, and cultural exchange. Recent events have cast a shadow on their long-standing relationship. The diplomatic chill has been exacerbated by a series of incidents that have brought underlying tensions to the forefront. The heart of the matter lies in allegations by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. His statements have sparked a significant diplomatic row. He suggested Indian involvement in the killing of a Sikh activist on Canadian soil. This claim has not only strained diplomatic ties, but also stirred emotions within the Sikh community in Canada. India has vehemently denied these allegations. Indian officials have called the accusations baseless and have demanded concrete evidence to support such serious claims. This has resulted in a war of words, diplomatic expulsions, and a freeze in high-level talks. The expulsion of diplomats from both countries has further deepened the crisis. The situation is complex and multifaceted. It involves not just the two governments, but also various interest groups and communities within both nations. It has far-reaching implications for both nations. The international community is closely watching how this situation unfolds, given the strategic importance of both countries. It also impacts the Indian diaspora in Canada and the broader geopolitical landscape. The Indian community in Canada, which has contributed significantly to the country's multicultural fabric, finds itself in a delicate position. This essay delves into the historical context of India-Canada relations. Understanding the past is crucial to comprehending the present tensions. It examines the recent events that have led to the current tensions. From political statements to community reactions, every aspect is scrutinized. The essay also analyzes the potential path towards a resolution. Diplomatic efforts, community dialogues, and international mediation could pave the way for mending this fractured relationship. India and Canada share historical ties dating back to their time as British colonies. Both nations gained independence in the 20th century. They chose to remain part of the Commonwealth of Nations. This shared history laid the foundation for diplomatic relations. It also fostered people-to-people connections. Over the decades, the relationship has grown. It encompasses trade, investment, education, and cultural exchange. Canada is home to a large and vibrant Indian diaspora. They have made significant contributions to Canadian society. Similarly, Indians have found opportunities in Canada. They contribute to its economic and cultural fabric. Despite the positive trajectory in various sectors such as trade, education, and cultural exchange, a persistent irritant in India-Canada relations has been the issue of Sikh separatism, which has historical roots and contemporary implications. A small but vocal section of the Sikh diaspora in Canada supports the Khalistan movement, advocating for an independent Sikh state. This movement seeks to create an independent Sikh state in Punjab, India, a region with a rich cultural and historical significance. India views this movement as a significant threat to its national security and territorial integrity, leading to heightened vigilance and military preparedness. Canada, on the other hand, upholds the right to freedom of expression, a fundamental principle enshrined in its constitution. It allows for peaceful advocacy within its borders, even if the views expressed are controversial or unpopular. This difference in approach has often led to friction between the two countries, complicating diplomatic efforts and mutual understanding. India accuses Canada of providing a safe haven for individuals and groups that it considers extremists, further straining bilateral ties and creating a complex diplomatic challenge. The current crisis was sparked by the assassination of Hardip Singh Nar. He was a Canadian citizen and a prominent Sikh activist. Nar was shot dead in Canada in June 2023. Canadian intelligence agencies reportedly linked Indian agents to the killing. In September 2023, Prime Minister Trudeau made a bombshell allegation in the Canadian Parliament. He directly accused the Indian government of involvement in Nar's assassination. This accusation sent shockwaves through the diplomatic community. India reacted with fury, calling the allegations absurd and baseless. Beyond the headlines, the diplomatic row has had immediate and far-reaching consequences. Both countries have expelled diplomats. India has suspended visa services for Canadians. High-level bilateral engagements have been put on hold. The impact extends beyond the political realm. The crisis threatens to derail years of progress in trade and economic ties. Canada is a significant trading partner for India. The two countries were in the process of negotiating a free trade agreement. The current impasse has cast a shadow on these negotiations. The crisis also impacts people-to-people ties. The Indian diaspora in Canada feels caught in the crossfire. Voices from the ground reveal how the tensions are affecting people. The diplomatic spat has created uncertainty and anxiety among the Indian diaspora in Canada. Many feel torn between their love for their adopted country and their ties to their homeland. Students, professionals, and families with members in both countries are facing disruptions. The suspension of visa services has made travel difficult. The uncertainty over the future of bilateral relations is causing concern. The crisis has also led to a rise in hate speech and discrimination against the Sikh community in both countries. This underscores the need for calm and restraint. Finding common ground, the path to diplomatic rapprochement. The current crisis is a serious challenge to India-Canada relations. However, both countries have a shared interest in finding a resolution. The first step is to de-escalate the rhetoric. Both sides need to refrain from making inflammatory statements. Dialogue and diplomacy are crucial. Back-channel talks can help rebuild trust and explore avenues for cooperation. An independent investigation into the allegations surrounding Nijar's assassination could address concerns. It could provide a basis for moving forward. The road ahead, navigating differences, preserving ties. The India-Canada relationship is at a crossroads. The current crisis has exposed underlying tensions. It has also highlighted the importance of open communication and mutual respect. Both countries need to acknowledge each other's concerns. They need to find ways to address them without jeopardizing the relationship. The focus should be on finding common ground. Both countries share democratic values. They face common challenges such as climate change and terrorism. Cooperation in these areas can help rebuild trust. It can pave the way for a more mature and stable relationship. What this means for the world. Geopolitical implications of the spat. The rift between India and Canada has implications beyond their bilateral relationship. It unfolds against a backdrop of shifting geopolitical alliances. India is a rising power. It plays an increasingly assertive role on the global stage. Canada, a middle power, is navigating a complex geopolitical landscape. The crisis has the potential to impact India's relations with other Western countries. It could also complicate Canada's efforts to engage with the Indo-Pacific region. The international community is watching closely. They hope for a swift and amicable resolution. Conclusion: a call for dialogue and understanding. The current tensions between India and Canada are a matter of concern. These tensions have escalated due to various political and economic disagreements, causing a strain on what has historically been a strong and cooperative relationship. However, it is important to remember that this is a relationship with a strong foundation. Over the years, both nations have built a robust partnership based on mutual respect and shared values. Both countries have a shared history. This history is rich with instances of collaboration in various fields such as trade, education, and cultural exchange, which have significantly benefited both societies. They have benefited from decades of cooperation. This cooperation has led to numerous joint ventures and initiatives that have fostered economic growth and cultural understanding. The current crisis should be seen as an opportunity for reflection and course correction. It is a moment to reassess and realign the priorities and strategies that govern this bilateral relationship. Dialogue, diplomacy, and a commitment to understanding each other's perspectives are essential for moving forward. The stakes are high. Effective communication and negotiation can pave the way for resolving differences and finding common ground. A prolonged diplomatic standoff serves neither country's interests. It hampers progress and creates an environment of uncertainty that can affect not just the two nations but also their global partners. It is in the best interests of both nations to find a way to bridge the divide and rebuild their relationship. The world is watching. The international community hopes for a resolution that will restore the strong ties and mutual respect that have long characterized India-Canada relations.